Hi, everybody. Welcome to the cafe. Come on, step inside, grab a latte, grab your tea, pull up a chair, hang out with us for a while. Ellie's with me today. Hey, Ellie. Got my coffee. Mm,
Hey Dax, hey everybody. I have my tea here with me too.
it's Psychic Talk. Hey, we're here daily with our YouTube live stream and radio simulcast. So if you're listening live on the radio, you can come and see us on the YouTube channel. And it's you can use our URL psychictalk.cafe or psych. I get these mixed up because there's too many Psychic Talk, Psychic Cafe. Anyway, it's psychic.cafe/YouTube. That'll take you over there. Yep. Let me put up the website while we're talking here. Let's see. There it is. There's the URL, psychic.cafe. Just put a slash after it, slash YouTube, and it'll take you to our YouTube channel. Or it's the @ Psychic Talk on YouTube. You can find us that way on YouTube. And that way you get to see us and see what cards we're putting up and see Ellie and I talking and things like that. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can call into the show 714-816-4628. It's down here in the scroll. It'll be coming along in a second here. By the way, you can grab us a cup of coffee. Psychic.cafe/coffee. That's right. So if you want to be first up, if you want to jump the line, either in the chat or calling in, that's how you do it. There it is, 714-816-4628. As soon as you get through, press 1 on your dial pad. That puts you up in the caller queue. We take the calls in the order that they come in, unless you buy us a cup of coffee. That's right. Psychic.cafe/coffee. And it also is this works for the chat as well, and which is wide open right now. But sometimes we have like a whole bunch of questions and the chat goes down, and I try to scroll back and I go through the chat and I take the questions in the order that they were typed in. But if you want to jump that line, again, same thing, go over, buy us a cup of coffee, and we will jump you in the list here. Oh, by the way, on the chat, there's no list. Okay, so like you don't have to ask or request for a reading. Just type it in. Type in, hey, please pull a card for me, or type in your question, 1 or 2 lines. Try to keep it concise, and we'll get to them in order. That's right. Otherwise, just call in 714-816-4628. A lovely 6-day. It looks like it's going to rain out here in Tucson. It's all overcast. I was just telling Ellie in the green room, I got to go out to a executive board meeting at the Legion, and I'm like, oh God, is it going to be raining this afternoon when we go? I hope not. But it's a 6-day. Oh my God, I don't know. Yesterday was 5. There was like a lot of energy, but sometimes it can spiral down into chaos. So did any of you have chaos yesterday? Well, today is a return to balance and harmony after all that chaos. Yes, yes. And I shuffled my deck for the show here, and I cut to the heart of the matter. And the heart of the matter card that popped up was, yeah, the Queen of Wands, one of my favorite cards. I love this. You know, um, it's all about independence. She's confident. She's ready to go. She's sitting in her throne, but she's like ready to go, and the message coming through from this heart of the matter card for me today was uh, focus on what will get you moving, and like how to do it. That's what you should focus on today. And then the card of the day I pulled off the top, 7 of Swords. Yes, 7 of Swords. And sometimes this is mixed up with the 5 of Swords, but it's actually quite different. Although he's holding those 5 swords, and it's actually and um, it's a hint towards the 5 of Swords, right? So the 5 of Swords is more about the the conflict and physical altercation and things like that. And often about the Seven of Swords, we talk about deception, dishonesty, but there's some other meanings too, like in relation to it being a 6 day and what I said about, focusing on what will get you moving is what the Queen of Wands is saying. And with the Seven of Swords right next to the Queen of Wands, I'm getting a message like be strategic in order to get what you want. Be strategic. Okay. Also, perhaps a warning like, are you running away from something? Are you giving up on a project or something like that? That's another meaning. And then coupled with this Queen of Wands, the Queen is saying, hey, no, focus on what it will, what will get you moving to not run away and give up, to go and do it. Also, with the deception side of things, Ellie, sometimes the Seven of Swords, it's like, are we lying to ourselves? And there's a lot of that going on, like I mean, how many filters do you have turned on your social media? By the way,
Probably a few.
do you guys write out your bio on social media and actually believe what you wrote? That kind of thing. Yeah, it's like self-deception, that might be another thing today. Now, if none of that fits, then hey, go back to the original, the typical deception and honesty, dishonesty. Is there a situation where people are being dishonest to you or deceiving you somewhere? But also, one last thing, it being a 6 day, harmony and balance, but it's also about hearth and home and relationships and family. And it's a great day to, do things at home and spend time with family and really close friends and stuff like that. So again, with these cards, what I would say about that is the Queen of Wands, be confident and don't lose your independence. When we get with our group of friends and especially family, we kind of become the shrinking violet. We become part of the group, and it's all, group think and everything. Keep your independence, and also be confident in your communication with other people, and especially in your family circles, friends, close friends, even coworkers and your boss and things like that, and in those people, or how are you deceiving yourself in relation to those people? I don't know, Ellie, did you do a card of the day?
I did. I pulled a card that, strangely enough, just really resonates with the energy of the day, the numerology 6, which is return to harmony, and the 3 of Swords popped up today. So I actually feel like this is kind of an indicator that we are moving away from this energy.
Oh, okay.
The 3, being half of 6. So some of you may be called to kind of let go of something that has really just kind of, I don't want to say wounded you, but it's just been weighing heavy on your heart. Now, with the
Mm.
3 of Swords, I love that the imagery here, this heart is not bleeding. The skies are looking pretty dark and these swords are just kind of piercing through the heart, but it's not bleeding. It is not a physical wound. It's more of a wound of words or thoughts, things that have just kind of hurt us. And holding on to that just kind of keeps us from going into this energy of the 6 for today. And then I pulled a wisdom within card as well to kind of go with that, energy. And this card here reads, I know it's a little difficult, it says close the chapter. So it's really about being able to release this kind of energy of what's weighing on your heart, these things that maybe for your best advantage would be to just kind of forgive, to let go. You don't have to forget, but just to know that this does not have to weigh on your energy for your own sake. So close the chapter and be ready to embrace the energy of the 6 for today and be ready to just kind of restore that balance for yourself.
Wow, that was really good. And it was, what was that first? Was that the uh, three of swords?
Three of Swords. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought you said. It's a really interesting depiction. But I like what you said about there not being blood. I often thought about the three of swords, and uh it has the heart being pierced by the swords, but there's no blood. It's not depicted as a human heart, although there's probably out there somewhere where there's a tarot deck that has like a human heart, from like Grey's Anatomy, and has the swords. But yeah, it's the heart logo image, and the three swords in it, but there's no blood. And the other thing I always tell people is, yeah, and there it is. And I tell people, it's like, hey, there's no blood there. And it's swords, not cups. So even though it's talking about emotions and anguish and everything, a lot of whatever you're dealing with is depending on where it is in the spread. But typically what I get in my readings is that uh swords are thoughts and ideas. So it's really more going on in your head at this point. Like the real issue or problem isn't there anymore. We're beyond that a little bit, and you're still feeling the pain, but it's all in your head at this point, and you can get over that, pretty quickly. And then for I don't read reversals, but I always tell people, if they're going to read that reversed, just think about it. If you turn that card upside down, the swords fall out. I
It's a
had
release of that pain.
I had one teacher that was very, very visual with the cards. And she always said things like that, so if it's upside down, what happens? He drops the scepter, the swords fall out, this happens, that happens. It's like, just think of it logically and think of it as a real scene and an image. Okay, if it's upside down, what happens? And it's like, that actually makes sense. And trying to think of that really cool book. Let me see if I can look it up on Amazon real quick. This is cool. Oh, and I think it might have been her that did this book, Wilma Carroll. It's the 2 hour tarot tutor. I love that book, the 2 hour tarot tutor. I mean, this book is from 2010. I mean, that's how far back, I'm going to pop the link to it in the chat for everybody, though. And a lot of what she did in that book was, read tarot in 2 hours. It's like, well, how do you do that? And, we interviewed her on the show, of course, and everything when that book came out 14 years ago. It was one of our first shows on Tarot Today. And she said, don't get trapped with the meanings and the keywords. Don't get stuck. All you got to do is start out, look at the card, and just say what you see. Say what you see in the card. And ever since Waite Smith and Pamela Coleman Smith adding images to the minor arcana has made it a lot easier, because we can just look at the card and say what we see, instead of like, five pentacles, or three swords floating there or whatever. We have an actual illustration with the dark clouds and the rain in the background and the swords piercing the heart and so forth. So you can just say what you see and go from there, which I thought was really cool. And I think it was Wilma was the one that, told me, it's like, well, if you're doing reversals, what happens when the card's upside down? I just thought that was really clever. Clever way to do it. Yeah, let's see. Waiting for some callers to call in, 714-816-4628. And then going over to the chat room here, let's see who's all in there. Charlotte's in there. Hi, peeps. Hi, peeps. And Katarina's in there. Hi, Katarina. Oh, we have our own regulars. That's kind of cool, Ellie. Isn't that cool? We have our own regulars.
Yeah, if I'm not on the show, I'm also listening. I'm in the regular pool, hanging out in there with
Yes, you
everybody.
too. Yes, and we've got Sing in there. And oh, they have a question. Cool. Dan's in there, so that's Michelle's husband. Morning, all. Will Friday go in my favor? Thank you. Okay, so we'll do Sing's question first, then Dan's. Real quick, because I forget all the time, is to ask everybody, hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and like subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and click this. And after you subscribe, click that solid bell, because then when we go live, it'll tell you we're going live, and it'll also tell you upcoming lives, and you can click notify and it'll notify you too on top of that. So go ahead and subscribe. Also like the video. That would help us a lot as well. We are hitting, we're trying to get to, I think, 500 subscribers is when they changed it from 1,000 to 500. Now you don't get like full monetization, if I can pronounce it right, from YouTube, but you at least start getting some stuff. Like you're able to do super chats and stuff. So you have to get to 500. It used to be 4,000 watch hours, but I think it's down to 3,000 now. And we have 500 plus videos and have been doing this for years. And how we're not at 4,000 watch hour or 3,000 or at least 3,000, I have no clue. I do not know what's going on. So we have like a lot of free workshops and all these cool videos on the site. So hey, when you got some time, watch some of our tutorial videos and workshops and things. It's a lot of fun, it's informative, and it helps us with our watch hours. So there you go. Just so I mentioned that. Oh, also, Ellie, I got your page up here. Psychic.cafe/Ellie, ELLI,
Woohoo!
and mine, psychic.cafe/Dax. So in between shows, you can always contact us from our profiles on Psychic Cafe. Now you have to join the cafe and be signed in to send a message, but it's free. Just click the green join button, and in like 30 seconds, you can be a member on the group, a member on the website, I guess you would say, signed up on the website, registered. Yeah. And then you can go to these pages and you can click the message icon, looks like an envelope, right? And send Ellie and I messages. You can request readings from us and so forth. And I do numerology charts, so it's all right there on our pages. And we're still building these pages out and everything because it's a brand new website. Yep. There we go. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention real quick was, if I can find it, Decked Out. Ellie, psychic.cafe/decked out. That's Ellie's new group on Psychic Cafe. And you can hang out there and discuss decks and look at Ellie's decks and look at what Ellie has posted and reviews of decks. And you can post your own reviews of decks. And what you do is when you click on to do a post on a group, it'll give you a drop down menu and you can add things like you can click video and you'll see a line, a box there above the comment, and you can take a YouTube video where like you've done a walkthrough or review and you can pop that in there and then say something about it, then post it. Not only does it post it to the group, but it'll post it, if it's a public group, it'll post it right to the community stream. It's like the wall, or activity feed, like on Facebook. And it'll put under videos on that group. So when you look at the group, there's like tabs, and you click on video, and you'll be able to watch all the videos right there without having to scroll through the group, through like all of the posts and everything. You can just click video and check out all the video reviews. And I got a whole bunch of reviews and walkthroughs and things like that that various members have contributed on the old Tarot Guild Ning site, and I want to put them on your group, Ellie. Cool stuff.
That'd be great.
Yeah, yeah. And so folks do that and do new ones and get them out there. I know Michelle's getting a new deck. Michelle is getting Pamela Steele's Steel Wizard Tarot, the fabulous third edition. Oh, which I have right here. The fabulous third edition. Oh my God, this is the box alone is worth it. You know, you open this up and she's got this giant book she authored as well. And there's the deck in there. This is the back. And when she's on the show, she often uses this as her background image, you know, which is hilarious. And oh, Pamela's going to be my guest co-host this coming Sunday. Yes. I'll have to pull out her deck and use her deck. Look at that. Look at that. I do not know why it's doing the thumbs down thing. That's a MacBook thing, which I don't know that I quite like. Anyway, that's what some of the images look like. Oh, I like that chariot. Look at that. And there's additional cards as well. It's not just the 78 tarot cards. There's all these other cool cards. We'll talk about that on Sunday if I think about it. Get Pamela to plug her deck again and talk a little bit about those extra cards and cool stuff like that. Okay, so let's see. Still waiting on phone calls. That's crazy. It's really quiet. It was really quiet yesterday. Our regulars weren't even in the chat. But at least folks are popping in the chat today. I just think it's people don't know we're there yet. You know what I mean? Let's see. Who had the first question? I thought it was Sing, but actually it's Katarine has the first question. I have a question. If there is time, should my mom and look, oh, I think she means should my mom and I look for an apartment in the place that starts with, okay, let's see. Let me see if I can get this. Sorry, things are popping up and I can't go away. Why is it doing that? Oh man, technology sometimes. Jeez. By the way, just as a little sidebar is that YouTube chat sucks the big woody cheese. I gotta tell you, it is bad. So like whatever I've last typed or whoever has last typed at the very bottom, you know, it's got the cool emoji thing, pop-up thing that you can hover over and then you can click all these cool things to have it go up the chat and like float, you know, and all this, which they think is all cutesy and everything that, yeah, but the thing is blocking the text. You can't read what the person wrote, you know, unless you're full screen. You have to make it full screen. This isn't even on phones. I don't even want to see what happens on phones. I'm talking on my laptop. You know, I try to keep I like to keep my windows a certain size. I have to blow it up to see the damn text. Anyway, so it's
We gotta get you
CT.
double screen set up, Dax. Like
What's that again?
double screen. We gotta get you a double screen set up.
I know, but I would not know how to like. I would not know how to. Is there a way to take the text or not? To pop the chat box out
Not on
or
YouTube.
not?
I don't
I
think.
don't know. See, I don't know that that's going to even help me to have it like, you know, on a split screen because it's covering, you know, the text. And then when I'm hovering over, like I'm scrolling and uh some interaction box popped up and I couldn't get it to go away. You know, it's like pin the message, remove the message, you know, all that kind of stuff. And it popped up and I couldn't get it to turn off. Anyway, that's my little rant about YouTube chat, which sucks. But the places start with a C, a T, or an R. So the way she wrote it, I thought she was asking, you know, should my mom and I look for an apartment? But I think what she's asking is which of those three places. So I'm going to pull a card for each place and see what happens. So it's C, T, and R. Okay. Michelle says in chat, it's a great group. There you go. You got a plug, Ellie. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is yeah. No help at all. Oh, you are kidding me. This is just oh my god, you are kidding me. The best laid plans. Sometimes tarot messes with you. Hold on, got to do some coffee. Mm. We are here in the Psychic Cafe after all, right? So, these kind of questions, I like to pull a card for each one, and pretty much that's all you need. And then I pull a second card just to clarify, or if I need a little bit more. So, and I'm looking for positive things, yeses, major arcana, especially, right? And oh, I'm sorry, I still got your group up there. Let me turn that off. But yes, go there, psychic.cafe/decked out. And as soon as you join Psychic Cafe free, you can get in that group. And by the way, when you're joining and setting up, go to your profile and click on, like, it'll automatically put like a color circle and your initials or something from your name. Um, put your name because we want to talk to people. Okay. If you need to use a pseudonym, that's fine, but make it a name. Fred Smith. I don't care. Just so that it's a person, not, Jane's Kitties or something. I can't even think of something, but I know there's like crazy stuff that people are putting when they join. People want to talk to people, especially on a community website like Psychic Cafe. So actually put a name and click on that circle with the initials, and you'll be able to upload a it's a profile pic, but they like to call it an avatar. I don't know why. Anyway, so change your avatar, click there and upload an avatar pic, a picture of you. Yes. I mean, if there's some reason you need to be anonymous or something like that, pick a different picture. Or, some people, wear a hat over their eyes or something. I mean, but don't put your cat up there, please. Put an actual person, I mean, anyway. And if you're using the site as a professional, you're a professional psychic advisor, tarot reader, astrologer, psychic medium, so forth like that, definitely put your picture. People are going to buy readings from real people. They're not going to buy readings from a fake name and a picture of your cat. Just saying. Okay, so back to the CTR. For C, I got the Emperor card. For T, I got the Chariot. What was the other one? R. For R, I got the Temperance card. All major arcana, all big fat yeses. So I drew clarifier cards for let me look at the list again. C. So place C, that's the Emperor. I got the Justice card. For place T, the Chariot, I got the Lovers card. For R, which we got Temperance, I got the Ace of Cups. So, Katerina, the answer to your question is yes. And that's it. Tarot is giving big fat yeses to all three places and really not saying anything about specifically Which one? Um, if I had to say something, which I really don't want to, I'd have to say that, okay, with C, with getting the Justice card on top of the Emperor, that might be a higher indication that with place C, there might be some kind of issue legal wise. Okay. With place R, the temperance card is like my favorite card of the deck. You know, getting temperance is great. And with the Ace of Cups, I really think that that is a new place would be the most emotionally fulfilling, you know. The Chariot card is always a good card to get for a place. You know, that was T. And then the Lovers card. Okay. And you know, people see the Lovers card and they automatically go to relationships, lovers. Hey, you may love this place, you know, things like that. But in reality, the original meaning of the Lovers card was about choice and making decisions. Okay. So normally this would be like really positive, and it still is. It still is for that place T. But really what I'm getting here is that there um might be something with the choice. Like if you were to look at place T, I think that you're going to ultimately not be fully fulfilled and like the place and want to choose something else. So, which brings us back to R, Temperance and the Ace of Cups. That's the one I would go with. But really, I've never had this happen before where I got like almost, you know, three major arcana cards for the initial yes nos, and and even the supplementary cards I'm pulling, I got almost all major arcana cards again, and a really good positive card like the Ace of Cups. So yeah, that one's a tough one. I think you're going to be good no matter which place you choose, but I'm leaning R. But let's see what Ellie has to say. Maybe Ellie, did you see something different about these places? Wasn't that crazy? I got all those major
Yeah.
arcana cards.
And it's funny because I kind of see the same energy for each of the options. So I did C, T, and R, one card each. And similar to Dax, I feel like the outcome is pretty positive, except for the middle one. So CT, letter T or place T, may have a little bit of something you need to take into consideration. Now let's go ahead and look at all three cards first and foremost. The letter C, place C. That is the star card.
Wow.
So again, it does feel like a positive thing. It feels like it's full of hope. It's probably actually what I'm getting is that it's a nice area. Just kind of based on the background is really kind of calling to me with the tree, the bird in the background, the stars. So it feels like a very nice area, is what I'm getting from that C place. T, however, we've got a five of wands. So to me, that kind of feels like noisy neighbors, possibly. Maybe maybe it's an area that looks nice and kind of checks all of the boxes, but there may be, I don't want to say conflict, but there may be issues with people who maybe don't pick up their litter. I don't know. I'm getting a sense of just kind of like this little clash of energies in that particular place. So T kind of looking like, okay, it's a good option if you're willing to put up with a little bit of, you know, disagreement here and there from people around you in the area. Now, R is also looking like a really good option from my end because we've got the King of Pentacles. So to me, this feels like a wise investment. This is a really good option that I think is going to allow you to live comfortably and really enjoy the area that you're in, especially with all that abundance in the background, all those grapes on the king's robe. And then we
Mm.
have that beautiful castle in the background. If it'll focus, there we
It
go.
looks very comfortable. That's the
Yeah.
first thing I get when I look at that card is I'm getting this feeling of if you were to get a place there, you're going to be comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So I feel like it's kind of echoing your reading as well, Dax. King of Pentacles with the R place, CTR, yeah, R place. It's looking pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention was before I pulled the cards when I was shuffling and I cut to the heart of the matter, I got the Wheel of Fortune. And I think that card just um re-emphasizes what I was saying, that with getting all those major arcana cards, that really you can make any of those three places work. Amrit said, please tell current feelings of Shruti for me. Will she return to, or will she reconsider our relationship? So some love guidance. Love guidance. So you go first this time. And then we got Dan's question. I'm going to check over here. Still no calls. I'm wondering if there's a problem with Blog Talk. So, one of our moderators in chat, if one of you guys, Charlotte, Michelle, somebody could dial into the switchboard 714-816-4628 and let us know if you get through, if it's actually working. There might be a problem with Blog Talk. Not that I care, because we're getting great calls and questions from the chat. We don't need the calls necessarily. Ellie, I was just talking to somebody about this, and I'm going to get, what's your opinion? Because, if this is another situation where people can't call it, I'm really getting tired of Block Talk, you know, uh, and we use Zoom fed into YouTube. And kind of what I would like to do is, if we still keep having issues with Blog Talk, we may drop Blog Talk and only do the YouTube chat. And that way we could also use more cool software like StreamYard or something. And with that, we could live simulcast to Facebook as well as YouTube at the same time, or Twitch, or any other place that we want to. I think depending on which package you buy, you can do like up to 3 locations, and I think the higher one might be 5 locations. But there's more than just StreamYard. There's like a dozen other ones out there that I've looked at, and I've tried them all. Yes, I've tried them all, and some of them are pretty good. But we can do some really cool, like, backgrounds and with our videos, and all the streaming effects and logos and stuff that I do. I have to use OBS to put all this stuff on my screen to put it on Zoom. But with StreamYard, it's built in, so I wouldn't need to use OBS, and I could have like this across the bottom, and you see how it's just on my video. This way we could put it on the whole video, and then our parts of the video would be like right here, and it would just be better for the whole show. Anyway, so that's something I'm throwing out there. Let's answer Amrit's question, and then I want to get your opinion on that, Ellie, afterwards. So what are you getting?
Okay, so Amit, what I got for your reading in regards to Shruti was the Moon card. Now, one thing to know about the Moon card is that this is usually a card for introspection, for thinking within. This is kind of like looking and trusting your instincts. So it's almost like saying, regardless of what Shruti is going through, you need to trust yourself. What is your heart telling you? Is your heart telling you that you want to hold on, you want to wait for her? Or is it telling you that maybe it's time to move forward? The reason I say this is because the card that came out accompanying the Moon card is the 7 of Cups. So when we have the Seven of Cups, it's about speculation and thinking about what are our options. It is looking at everything that is around us and appreciating the fact that we have so many options. Try not to get hung up on all those options, but it's definitely comforting to know that there are things out there that will make us happy, things that won't leave us in the dark, in the moon, kind of grasping for answers, looking for just kind of like just some sign of that love, that affection that you want from this person, if that's what you're looking for, a partnership. So, of course, it's a love reading. But, if that's something that you're trying to draw in, it seems to me like there may be something you're not aware of as far as Shruti and her plans, her path. Remember that relationships, like the choice card, the lovers, it is a choice to move forward together on the same path. You can look at each other all you want, but at the end, if you're not moving together in the same pathway, going in the same direction, sometimes it is better for us to take that path on our own direction and find our other options, find our Seven of
Mm.
Cups. So I feel like if you're open to it, yeah, stay open to it. And if you're willing to have her come back, great. But don't put your life on hold waiting for her to come back. You have so many wonderful, beautiful options to make you happy. There is a life out there for you to live, and you will find that love because it's going to come to you. It won't pass you by.
So my cards just reinforce what you just said. First of all, I cut to the heart of the matter and got the 10 of Pentacles. And this is how Shruti is feeling. She wants family, legacy, and so forth. And this looks like it would be really positive, but she isn't thinking it towards you. Okay, this is what she ultimately wants, but not necessarily with you. And then when I pull cards on it, I get the Five of Cups. So I think that's a pretty clear indication and, really mirroring what you are feeling in this situation. But there's always hope in this card with the two upright cups in the back here, but it's not looking good. And then I get the Eight of Cups, literally, letting go and moving on, onward and upwards. And that's what the cards are saying. So there's still hope. You still got those two upright cups here, but you're going to be happy and fulfilled and more abundant because 8 is the number of abundance in numerology. Once you can let go of this and not wait for Shruti and move on yourself. So that's what I got. Dan had a question next. Will Friday go in my favor? Okay. Oh, these cards I love this deck, but these cards love to fly. I'm telling you. There's that old fortune telling thing with tarot cards or any kind of cards, and it says, what falls will come. So, what falls on the floor, if a card flies out. I've had more what falls will come since getting this deck than I have in 30 years of reading tarot. So, it's like, oh, but you gotta love the PVC material. I've had so many decks, Ellie, that I've torn up over the years. A lot of decks I get and I don't use because I don't want to ruin them. I want to keep them as art pieces.
I tend to be very protective of the decks that I really, really like, but then I also use them a lot, so they wind up getting a little torn up.
Yeah. I gotta write something down right now because I just remembered something. I found some cool stuff that just came out on Amazon, and it's these leather travel boxes to put your cards
Oh,
in and keep them safe and everything. Because everybody does the bags, but what
yeah.
always invariably happens with these bags, and this one is like 14 years old, the fringe and all,
Uh,
and the pull strings. Like on this one, it's ripped off the one side, so I only have the drawstring on one side.
hey
And
Dax,
oh, what's wrong?
sorry to interrupt. I just got an emergency alert extreme. It says there's a tornado warning in the area.
Oh
I
shit!
think I'm gonna hop off. um,
You
okay,
guys gonna
I'm
go
gonna hop
down in
off.
the basement or
Yeah,
something?
this is really
Go, go!
scary. All right, wish me luck, everyone.
Good luck, Ellie. Okay, that's the first time we ever had that happen. See, I'm still gonna finish writing my notes down. Hey, in the chat, we should all pull cards to see if Ellie's going to be okay. Tornado in the area. Oh my God, that's the first time we had a tornado warning during a live show, and the co-host had to run and go down in the basement, I suppose, or the storm cellar. I think they call them storm cellars out there. I don't know where she is though. I didn't think she was like in Kansas or something. See, now I'm really curious. Where is she? If I go over to maybe her Facebook, she told me once, and now it just popped right out of my head. Where? Oh no, she's in San Diego. At least that's what it says. Yeah, lives in San Diego. So what? Tornado? They have tornadoes in San Diego. Hey, I lived in San Diego for 8 years. We never had a tornado, and I've gone back to visit many times, and we've never had a tornado. You know, hurricane because you got the ocean, but the hurricanes don't tend to hit there. They kind of like hit down Baja, and then you're getting the outer part of the hurricane where it's slower, and it's just like a wet storm thing. It's not like Florida or actually anywhere on the East Coast, that's on the water, and the hurricane will, hit land and everything like that. Wow, this is just weird stuff. Hey, if anybody can find anything on the web while we're here in chat and doing the show about this going on there, let's see. What was I going to write down? The boxes, but there was something else. See, now this messed me all up because I am not going to be able to remember this. Oh, and it is really windy here. I'm wondering if we're like getting it, because like a lot of times weather hits California, Southern California, and we get it, it like moves across to Arizona because it's not that far, a few hundred miles. So it's like, this is bizarre, let me tell you, really bizarre. Oh, Radley Valentine, Rosie Spiritual Odyssey is in chat. She said Radley Valentine has a new animal tarot deck coming out in early March. Oh, let me write that down. Rad, and it's going to be an animal tarot deck. I'll see if I can get him on the show because we've had him as a guest before. And would you say it was Rosie March? March. Yes. That's what's great about these live shows, with all of our members hanging out and things like that. Guys, if you find anything, trust me, I haven't seen it. You know how I just mentioned about those cool boxes that I found? And, you don't get as much protection out of bags as you do like a solid, it's kind of like a flip up solid leather thing. Great for professional readers. I think every professional reader should have one. I'm going to start selling them on the website. But I accidentally bumped into that. I was looking for new things on Amazon, but I was looking for, what books and decks were coming out so we could interview people. And I accidentally came across this thing. There's a whole bunch of different ones, and they're sold by different vendors, so they're like priced all over the place from like $12 up to $20. I don't know that it's worth that much, but maybe $15 or $13.99 or something like that. But yeah, I think they're really cool, but I only accidentally came across it. So, if you guys come across really cool things that are, well, related to anything psychic, because we're Psychic Cafe, but especially tarot, numerology, astrology stuff, really cool, and still could be bags, really cool bags you find, really cool spread cloths. Maybe you make bags and spread cloths and you want to sell them on Psychic Cafe. Let me know. I can help you with that. Also, um, new decks coming out, like we just got from Rosie. By the way, I should write that down so I remember who told me. And new books coming out, people you'd like us to interview, um, let us know all the cool stuff that you find that's related to anything psychic, crystals, Reiki, energy healing, decks, books. Um, if there's new apps or technology that are whiz bang that we should be using or something like that. I don't know. Ellie actually uh, showed me a platform or two that she came across. Again, I never see anything, because I'm so busy running everything that I don't have time to do all these searches. And she found this platform, that's really cool for doing readings on, and of course we had, I did, do a search for years. I've actually been searching for a platform for us to use for our psychic advisors and tarot readers on the website to use to do their readings. And we had actually set up a white label system through Aranum at one point, like 10 years ago. We've looked at other platforms and things, and we found apps, and there's like some really good ones. Most of them take way too much of a percentage, but we found Loki, which is the one that we have set up for Psychic Cafe. So you can do video readings, you can do text readings, you can do audio readings like a phone call, only it's over your computer or the app on your phone. And they can book readings with you, and you can set it up. I'm only available on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 in the morning until noon, or whatever you want to do. You can set up very, very detailed when you're available, and people can book readings with you. So that's something we're rolling out that's new. But if you guys find any really cool new stuff, just let me know. So Dan's, we're gonna look at Dan's. Okay. Oh, I love when that happens. So Dan, the heart of the matter card is one of the cards of the day. It's actually the heart of the matter from that reading. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Okay, so you got to go in on this um with independence and confidence. Okay, so don't lose your independence, you know, don't slip into group think. Have your own opinion on it, okay? And try to maintain your independence, and be, the main thing is being confident on this thing on Friday. Just go into it confident, and that's going to help a lot. Okay. And then we're going to pull cards here and see what happens. Oh, this is really weird. This is really weird. So the central focus card is 10 of Cups. I think you're going to have a good outcome on this, on the Friday thing. And then Page of Wands, he's studying the wand there. Again, make sure it's something that you are, it's the fire energy with the wands. And it's like, are you sure you're passionate about this? And again, the Queen of Wands, and I got a whole bunch more wands. So there's a lot of this, following your passion thing, and make sure you do the research. Okay, so he's researching. Okay, do your research. Make sure, check all the details, cross all the T's, dot all the I's. But most importantly, make sure you're really passionate about this. Make sure you're passionate. And again, more wands cards. If you're passionate about it, Six of Wands, you'll be successful. And I already told you the central focus card, 10 of Cups, is really, really positive. There is a negative side, well, to every card, right? There's a positive and negative. It's it's a whole, I forgot that word again. This happened to me on another show where I couldn't remember the spectrum. That's the word. It's a whole spectrum of meaning going from, one pole to the other pole. A lot of gray in the middle, right? Okay. So with the 10 of Cups, what can happen is, what do I always say about the 10 cards on these shows? Tens are overkill. Okay. So generally they are very positive, and 10 reduces to one. 1 + 0 is 1. So a new beginning. So this is the hairbreadth moment in between the end of a cycle, 9, and the beginning of a new one. But it can be overkill. And in the case of the 10 of Swords, it's really obvious. 10 swords, really? With this, it's a little less obvious. Idyllic family scene, everybody's happy, the nice house in the background, the beautiful, the stream. By the way, whenever you see a stream in tarot, it's the stream of life. And you got the beautiful landscaping, you got the happy couple and the kids dancing, and everybody's happy, and you got the rainbow, and you got all of these cups and everything like that. Idyllic scene. What's the problem with idyllic scenes? They're idyllic. Yeah, in other words, make sure, again, Dan, make sure that you're passionate about this, whatever this thing is on Friday, and make sure that it's not a fantasy, idyllic situation. It may look a lot better than it actually is. Okay. But, my initial thought when I laid the cards out, and this was the central focus card, was it's going to be a good outcome Friday. And then I get a bunch of pages. And, this may be people involved in this Friday thing. More than likely, though, it's talking about your attitude towards it. The one thing with the page of swords, of course, swords are thoughts and ideas, is once again to look at it analytically. Okay. And this, I feel, is representing you. And look how he's looking away. He's looking away. He's, all the other court cards, they're looking at their symbol, whether it's a pentacle or a sword or wand, or which are usually staves in the tarot. They're not really wands, cups, things like that, but not with the Ace of Swords. Okay. He's ready, but he's not paying attention to his sword. What does that mean? It might mean nothing. But what I think is going on here is, like, are you being careful with the details that I mentioned earlier? Details. And then the Page of Cups, that's a message of emotional fulfillment. It goes back to the wands. Got 3 wands cards showed up here. It's all about that fire energy and being really passionate about it. But it's not just saying, run into this and be passionate. It's saying, are you really passionate about it? Make sure it's something that's going to be emotionally fulfilling. Don't look at just the bottom line or something like that. Okay. And we got to get out of here soon. Let's see here. Okay. Do a little shuffling. Oh, and I'm going through the order on these um messages, as well as requests for readings and things like that. So I don't know what chat what you guys have been saying at the bottom, so I'm missing everything. Just so you guys know. Um, oh, Maria's in there. Okay, Maria, and I'll have to come back and see what Charlotte was saying, and Michelle and Katerina. I know they're all wishing Ellie well. God, I hope everything's okay. Let me know, you guys, if you find out anything. Charlotte says the storm is affecting from the north to the south, high winds, or a foot of water in like an hour. Oh my God, I hope everything's okay. And then I've got a lot of friends in San Diego, so I hope they're going to all be okay. Um, and then Katerina was just responding to our reading and things. Okay. Just wanted to check that and make sure. Um, let's see. I'm going to check the phone lines. Oh, we got calls now. Yay. We didn't have any calls, folks. You guys just got in. 714-816-4628. Write down that phone number. It's good for all week long. 714-816-4628. We have shows every day. Same bat time, same bat channel. 11 a.m. San Diego time or Los Angeles Pacific. It is noon my time currently because I'm on Mountain right now, but I'm going to switch to Pacific in March. But it'll still say the same for you. 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. So that's 1 o'clock Central, 12 noon Mountain, 7 o'clock London, UK, Ireland, Scotland, Wales. I like to mention everybody so they don't feel left out. Okay, doing some shuffling here. Yeah, check out that 2-hour tarot tutor. I think you guys will love that book, even though it's 14 years old now. I got to find out what she's doing, you know. Oh, Jack Mac came in. I kind of remember there being a Jack Mac. Have you been in here before, Jack? So, hello, can I ask a question? Yeah, so for everybody that's new that just got here, we don't have people ask for questions and there's no list to get on, nothing like that. Just in the chat, type in, can you pull a card for me, please? Or if you have a specific question, type in the specific question. Try to keep it to like 1 or 2 lines so it doesn't get like a whole paragraph. Try to simplify it, make it concise, 1 or 2 lines. Ask the question, and I take them in the order that they're presented in the chat. By the way, if you want to join us in the chat, it's psychic.cafe/YouTube. Will take you right over to our YouTube channel, and you can click on the current live video stream show and jump in the chat with us. As well as you can call in. And if you're watching us on YouTube, you can call in at 714-816-4628 any day of the week. We're on every day. All right, doing some shuffling here. So yeah, Jack, just go ahead and put your question in. Charlotte says she's in the queue. Okay. Charlotte's in the caller queue. So you were able to get in, Charlotte. Oh, she popped out of the queue though. She was just testing for me. I had asked for that earlier if people could get in because we weren't getting any calls. I thought that perhaps there was something wrong. Let me just double check the chat and then I'm going to go to calls. I didn't want to miss any questions. Jack hasn't put their question in yet. We got Katerina, we got Amaret, we got Dan's. I think we got all of them. Okay. Let's see. Phone lines. Who's waiting on the phone lines? 775's waited the longest. Hello, caller. You're there. What's your name? Where are you calling from? 775.
Hi, Dax. How are you? This is
Hey,
Dan.
good. Who's this?
Dan, Michelle's husband.
Oh, hi, Dan. Thanks for calling in. What's going on? You're in Nevada, right?
Well, yeah. Well, I was calling to make sure the phone lines were working,
Oh,
and
that's cool.
I feel Ellie is going to be just fine and safe. A little
Mm-hmm.
scared, but safe.
Yeah.
That's my personal feelings.
Oh, good.
Um, being an empath. Great read. Thank you. Uh,
Yeah.
I,
What's going on with the
the
Friday?
reading I was kind of hoping for.
Cool. Cool.
Well, we got some people coming by on Friday so that I can get a better paycheck for the same thing I'm doing now.
Oh, that's always good, right?
Yeah. So
That's
it,
that's
it's a
awesome.
substantial amount.
Oh,
So
really good. Oh,
yeah.
by the way, Dan, you gave that prediction there, so I wanted to pull some cards on the Ellie situation here. And what I got real quick is I got the Four of Wands, so that's a celebration. So this is going to be over. I feel very quickly. I think it might pass in 4 hours, and I think she'll, all of them there will be back to just celebrating that it's over. Um, Also got the Two of Cups, so there's someone, I feel like there's someone there with her, and at least one other person, if not more, and they're going to be able to emotionally take care of each other, because the main thing in this is the King of Cups. What it's saying is, like you were saying, she's going to be fine, but it's the how she's feeling about it, the being a little scared. The King of Cups is in control of his emotions. Okay. So yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
think that I think she's gonna be fine. And then I got, for the last card, I got the Ace of Pentacles. So it's looking really, really good. Yeah. What else would you like to talk about, Dan? Anything else?
No, that's about it. But I just wanted to say I appreciate your show. It's awesome. I do try to tune in every day.
That's so
I
cool.
miss a few days here and there, but yeah.
Everybody, I even miss a few days
But
here and there on the shows.
right,
I I
hey,
miss some too.
especially since you have more hosts now.
Yeah, eventually, because I have to run all the behind the scenes technical stuff, even if I'm not on a show, I still have to be there running everything. So eventually, what I want to do is get it to where other people that are set as contributors on the channel, on our Psychic Talk YouTube channel, can run the stuff going on in the backgrounds. And what I was saying about, you heard me talking about Blog Talk, and I was wondering if it was even working because we weren't getting any calls. So again, thanks for calling in, and so did Charlotte, to make sure the phone lines were working. That, if we end up getting rid of Blog Talk at some point, I mean, we can still upload the shows after they air to Blog Talk if we want it. But if we're okay with getting rid of the phone lines, that also solves some huge problems. Like I was saying, we could use something like StreamYard or something for the shows. We can get rid of Zoom. I'm going to keep Zoom, obviously, for all of our classes and workshops that we do at the Tarot Guild and Psychic Cafe. But we could use a different kind of software uh, like StreamYard. I'm trying to remember some of the other ones, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. And it would allow us to have it all functioning from one piece of software, which makes it really easy for the host to actually run the show themselves. As it is right now, like I said, I have to be there. So when Catherine broadcasts on YouTube and on the radio, on blogtalkradio.com, she used to have she used to call in and do the switchboard and run everything herself, and still does the switchboard herself. But I have to set up the Zoom, the video, the streaming to YouTube, and then also make the audio connection. So connecting the phone call. I have to make a phone call into Blog Talk, the switchboard for the radio, for the phone lines. And then I have to make a call into the Zoom that we're using for the video, connect them together so there's the audio. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And I don't want to put that on the hosts. So I do it myself 7 days a week. But it would be nice, it would be nice to have some software where they can actually just run the whole thing themselves.
Right. Or at least have a remote person who could take over for you once in a while.
Yeah, to make show, we've been doing this for 14 years, and at various points on different networks, we had different setups and, different shows, different hosts, and different ways of doing it. It was all radio up until just a couple of years ago. I think about 3-4 years ago, maybe not even that long ago, we dipped our toes into YouTube and doing lives from our shows onto Facebook. It never quite worked that well because we didn't have the technology and couldn't quite figure it out. Now we've got it figured out. And so we started doing these shows on video simulcasting on YouTube as well as radio. But it's only been a year. We started that towards the end of, 2022 with the Tarot Today show only. And it's only as of January this year that we're going full video with everything, every show, and back to 7 days a week, So one of the things that makes shows better and more professional, and because I watch a lot of YouTube live shows, and most of YouTube is people record a video and they can spend a lot of time editing it, getting the video, the images as well as the audio perfect, doing all kinds of transitions and all this cool stuff. Yeah, because it's pre-recorded, but we do live. But what makes a live show better that, I see people having problems with on YouTube. Well, for one thing, a lot of them don't even have where they can take calls. We're one of the only shows that do that because we figured it out how to do it. Right. But if we had, but Dan, if we had what's called a producer who's not on the shows, then things could run a lot smoother. You can, with Blog Talk, you're able to take them into the green room, and you're able to pre-screen the calls, get information, different things like that. And then the producer could also handle everything going on with like the switchboard and video and all the technology and stuff like that. So who knows, someday we might have a producer, or some of the hosts might become where we have several producers, because a lot of the hosts might be able to do it at some point. But I think key to that is, might be getting rid of Blog Talk. But, of course, if we get rid of Blog Talk, we get rid of the phone lines. If we get rid of the phone lines, then there's nothing to screen. So that it kind of kills 2 or 3 birds at once, But I like the fact that we're the only ones doing, YouTube and simulcasting on Blog Talk. So it's a conundrum.
I think the call in is awesome personally, because then they can actually talk to you and you can hear their voice and get a better feel for them too.
Yes. And the other thing is that we could do that through the Zoom call. The problem is it's complicated. People can't just dial a phone number. We have to give out the phone number plus the code for that specific show, the password to get in. I mean, it's just too complicated. People want to just call a phone number, So I don't think that would work. Anyway, but thanks for the call. I got to get going. I want to check it because I think I see some people coming into the chat. But it was great chatting with you, Dan. Call back in again.
Absolutely, Dax.
Okay.
And Michelle's Mystic Corners.
Yeah, Michelle will be on tomorrow.
Bye.
Yep. And by the way, I need to announce that stuff real quick, but I did notice that one of our members, lifetime members, Nicholas, is in there. I just want to say shout out to Nicholas. Thanks for joining us for one of the shows. And before I go to the phone call, I might be the last phone call of the day, folks, because I got other stuff to do this week. This weekend. No, I meant tonight. You know, I got meetings and oh my god. I wanted to mention, of course, our sale, the New Year's sale. It's still going on. I don't know how long. I was going to end it at the end of January. And because of the way the days fell, I was going to run it because if it fell in the middle of the week, you know, and then we have all of our shows into the weekend. So I wanted to run it through like the 4th. But, you know, just like 24 hours ago, we had 3 people sign up. And people are loving the lifetime membership sale because, you know, even if they're already a member of the guild and they're paying like annually or monthly or something like that, the lifetime membership is such a great deal where you pay once. It's usually $297, but it's 75% off right now. And you pay once, $78, and you're signed up for life. And you get to use the full functionality of our brand new community website, Psychic Cafe, with custom pages, your own profile, and you're able to, you know, sell your readings, market your products and services, decks and books, and whatever it is that you want to, and reach more people, and also be on these shows as well. You get to be a guest co-host like Ellie and Michelle and everybody. That's new, you know, kind of new for 2024 as well. But you get all of our workshops, panel discussions, live Q&As. You also get my course, Tarot by the Numbers. It's a $297 course on numerology and tarot, and you get it 100% free. Also, with the annual and monthly premium memberships, you have to pay for certification. 2 payments of $67 or 1 payment of $124. With the lifetime membership, it's included free, your first level CTR. So you don't have to pay for certification either. It's all included. All included. So go over to psychic.cafe, and right there on the main page, pinned to the top, it's like the second post, I think, is the New Year's sale. You'll see this banner. Click on it. And also it's under blog posts. So if you click on blog at the top of any page, you know, you can find the blog post about this. It's at psychic.cafe/New Year. That's the actual URL. And on that same page, my sessions are 50% off. So save $50 instead of $99.99. It's $49.99. I'll do your numerology. We'll get together, do some coaching, some pull some cards. And especially like if you're wanting to rev up your spiritual business, business as a tarot reader, business as a psychic advisor, astrologer, what have you, in 2024, I specialize in that. Okay. So if you want some help with your business, not necessarily a reading for your personal life, because you're already a reader, maybe you just want to work on your business, I'm there for you. You can book a reading on that same page, psychic.cafe/New Year. All righty. And as always, you can grab us a cup of coffee. Psychic.cafe/coffee. We're doing shows every day now, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. So I will be back tomorrow with Michelle. Thursday, I don't know if Ellie's coming back, maybe, or it might be I might be doing a solo show, like I'm doing half of this show solo right now. And then Friday, it's Compassionate Light with Catherine Hahn. She's starting a whole new series. She is pre-recording last Friday's show because she couldn't do it. And we'll get that out to you. And then she'll be live on Friday. And then Saturday, it's the first Mystic Corner. Michelle's Mystic Corner, second and fourth Saturdays of the month. So she will be on starting this month, the 10th, this Saturday, and the 24th. Oh, and by the way, I'll be guest co-hosting while she gets her feet wet, because it's her first time doing her own show. But she's been guest co-hosting on here, already getting her feet wet. And she's going to have a lot of cool stuff in store for you. Lots of topics, maybe some deck review walkthroughs during her show, little segments, maybe some interviews. We don't know. She'll tell us on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I will be on doing another psychic talk show with my guest co-host will be Pamela Steele. But I wanted to mention that the following Sunday, the third Sunday of the month, which this month is the 18th, Maria will be back with The Angelic View. And of course, you can frolic with the angels when The Angelic View is on the first and third Sundays, and I'm guest co-hosting again. I do a lot of that. Yeah. People like me being there, I guess. Anyway, so there you go. Don't forget the sale. Get signed up. And, hey, you don't have to become a member, a paid member. You can just join free on Psychic Cafe and hang out with us. Okay. And I'm going to put that URL up so people can visually see what I was talking about. Because I know sometimes it's hard to get it in your head. Okay, so what you do is you open a new tab in your browser, and here's the URL. You type in psychic.cafe/New Year. That will take you right over to the New Year's sale, and you can get signed up. One payment, $78, sign up for life. And after this sale, the lifetime membership's going away. It's not ever going to be $78 again, I don't think. I mean, maybe for New Year's 2025, we might bring it back. Maybe for Black Friday for a couple of days, we might put it up there for $297, $197 for lifetime membership. But most of the time, we're going to go, instead of $78 for life, it's going to be $78 a year, folks. So grab it while it's there. And I'm going to pop up also, once again, psychic.cafe/Ellie. If you want to contact her between shows, see how she's doing, right? And then psychic.cafe/Dax. If you want to contact me between shows. Also, if you want to book readings with either of us, you can go to our pages there. Okay, so I need to get out of here, but let me check the last call we're going to take is who's been waiting the longest. Area code 917. Caller, are you there? 917?
Yes. Hi. Thank you.
Hi, what's your name, hon? Where are you calling in from?
Hello. Karen in New York.
New York. I didn't. What was your name again? Did you say Sharon or
Karen?
Karen? Okay, yeah, I could barely hear it. Okay, hey,
Really?
How's it going? Happy New Year.
Really?
2024 starting out.
Thank you. Happy New Year. It's been rough. It's a lot of weird things happening in my world, so I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
I want it to be better.
What part of that
ready,
do you want to look at?
Yeah. Actually, I have a phone interview that I just found out about a couple of days ago. It's coming up for next Wednesday. It's not for a job, but it's about, for a program I've been on. So it's kind of unusual that they would want to interview me.
Why did they want to interview you?
Is this just... I don't really know. I guess they want to see if anything changed in my situation.
Yeah, that could be a good thing, though.
I mean, I don't want to... yeah, but I don't think it is. I mean, I don't trust it's okay. I hate to say it because it's on the air, but it's a disability.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess to make sure I'm still eligible, or if any, if anything's changed. So I mean, have they found anything that's going to bite me, or is this really routine?
I don't know. I mean, my initial
I was wondering. Yeah.
Okay, so my initial feeling was that it was more routine. But when I started pulling cards, I'm seeing a lot of changes happening. Okay. So the heart of the matter card I got was the 10 of Pentacles. And that was before I pulled cards. That was just cutting the deck. I have a thing I call the heart of the matter. I want to see what's the heart of the matter, and it's the 10 of Pentacles. It's talking about money and security. All right. I'm not getting the feeling that, in fact, I'm getting the opposite. I'm getting the feeling that you're going to be okay. And everything's going to be okay as far as that end of things. But something seems to be changing. First of all, I got the moon card. And with the moon, there's shadows and there's things that are not quite clear and not seen and things going on in the background. I don't like that. That gives me pause, because right after that, we got the Page of Swords, which I got earlier, for Dan, and these thoughts and ideas, and the person in the sword, in the page, in the card, he's not looking at the sword. He's not paying attention to the details. That could be a problem there. Now, then we've got the Five of Swords, which fives aren't that great. Five is the number of chaos in numerology. And in Five of Swords, there's, it's depicting the end of a battle, and there's five swords. So there's, all these thoughts and ideas going on here, and a couple of people in the card in the background, they're not very happy. One person's happy, he's picking up the swords, he must have won the altercation, but the people in the background are not happy. Then I get the Death card, and that's saying, as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, one door closes, another door opens. So something is definitely changing. And then after that, the Ace of Cups. So a whole new opportunity presents itself, even while we're still back here on the Death card. For those of you watching on YouTube, you can see in the background the sun coming up between these two towers. The sun is dawn. A new day is dawning, even though the Death card is like finality as far as a situation. And then after that, the Ace of Cups. So and it's emotionally fulfilling. So I think that whatever's going to happen, you're actually going to end up in a better place with the Ace of Cups. But I think your intuition on this, I think, is spot on. I really think that things are changing.
Yeah.
And that it's possibly not just a simple routine thing that they're doing here. So, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. I got that 10 of Cups.
I know intellectually.
Sorry, 10 of Pentacles.
I know all of that intellectually. Sorry. Yeah.
But yeah, emotionally, everybody, it's how humans react to these things, But I got some positive cards there, especially the Heart of the Matter card. The 10 of Pentacles suggests that you're going to be fine, and the Ace of Cups suggests a new opportunity. It looks pretty good to me, but I think that something something's definitely ending, Karen. Something. So I hope that helps you out.
I see.
You'll have to call us back and let us know
Yeah.
what
Are
happened.
you getting any? Okay. I was just wondering if you're getting anything about other options, alternate ways that I could bring in money. That's been one of my things. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, and going forward in the rest of my life, and what are my gifts and all that.
Well, the legacy.
So I wish I had a way to.
Right. Well, the 10 of cups, I keep saying 10 of cups. The 10 of pentacles that I got does indicate that you're going to be able to do that, along with the ace of cups, but it, nothing in the cards that I pulled is talking about anything specific along those lines. So what I would do is, call back in, let us know what happened with the interview, and then whoever's co-hosting with me and me, we can pull cards on that specific question, how to bring more funds in and so forth.
Okay.
Thanks, Karen.
Very good. Now that thank you. Appreciate it.
And good luck. Good luck with that.
Again.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you after that interview. I keep getting distracted too because I'm looking out the window here, and man, is it windy out there. I think it has something to do with that weather hitting San Diego. It's like Ellie said, a tornado warning, and tornadoes are a very local event. They don't spread out, especially hundreds of miles away. But I'm thinking that there's more to it than, the one funnel touching down. I think it's a much more massive storm system, and we're feeling like the edge of it here. I mean, it's not bad or nothing, but I think it's going to rain with the wind. Holy cow. Anyway, I got to get out of here, get ready for things. But oh my God, this was so much fun. Nicholas says, you're the best. Oh, I am not, but I'm okay. And Nick, you got to come on the shows and do some readings for people and stuff like that. Hey, Michelle, it's Nick. I see Michelle in there, and it's like, Nick shows up, for our workshops, Q&As, panel discussions, Zoom meetings, different things. But I don't remember you coming into the shows all that much. And I'm glad you came, and I hope you come back. Maria had a question that I missed. It was about her daughter. Will my daughter be in a relationship within a few months? Boy, you guys are in a hurry here, aren't you? It has to be within a few months. I'll just pull some cards real quick before I get out of here. Bye, Michelle. Don't forget tomorrow. We're on tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, after tomorrow, after our show is like noon to 1 my time. So what is that? Pacific time is like 11 to noon. So like an hour after we end the show, so it'll be like 2:00 my time, a half hour from now, we're holding a Zoom meeting, and I'm going to post this on Psychic Cafe, and I'll post it. So if you go over to psychic.cafe and sign up, you'll see a post later on today, if not tomorrow morning, but it might be later today. And I'll have a link to the Zoom, and we're doing a Zoom meeting. We're going to talk all about the new community website, psychic.cafe, www.psychic.cafe. And we'll be answering questions, and also questions about, becoming a guild member, becoming a professional psychic advisor if you're not already, a tarot reader if you're not already, how you can join as an astrologer, psychic medium, how you can get on these shows, how you can have your own custom show, how you can come on as a guest co-host during our weekly, shows like this, and, different functionality on the website. If you're not sure how something works on www.psychic.cafe, we're going to do a bunch of these Zoom meetings. Real quick. Okay, so quick answer, Maria, is I got the Eight of Wands. So quick answer is, yes. It can happen really quickly for your daughter there. That doesn't mean it's good. That doesn't mean it'll last, but the potential's there because that was the heart of the matter. And let me look real quick. I'm going to do a yes, no. Four of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Five of Pentacles. Yep. So I am getting, along with this really good indicator, I can't believe that was the heart of the matter card. Eight of Wands is about things happening and things happening quickly. I mean, it perfectly answered your question. But just to say, I've got multiple four cards, which is about structure. Okay, so she wants to lay the foundation for a good relationship here. But the Wheel of Fortune is, I think that's the only major arcana card I'm getting. And so the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your daughter's favor. The only negative card I got was the very first card, which suggests it's from the now or the past, which is the Five of Pentacles, feeling out in the cold. It's literally the feeling like I'm out in the cold card, left out in the cold, but there's help right behind. See the church, this is a stained glass window in a church, so help is right there if they just turn around and look, but they're out in the cold, but at least they have each other, right? So if that's how she might have been feeling about relationships in general and so forth, the Wheel of Fortune comes right after that card. It's going to shift for her. Yeah. So anyway, I just saw that question at the very end there. I wanted to get it in before going off air. But I will see everybody tomorrow. Yes, indeed. And don't forget to come over to the website, hang out with us in between shows, psychic.cafe. Bye, everybody.